So anyway, I thought about it quite a while with Molly and John, and the virus is actually really real and serious, and it's nothing that we should be taking light. However, I think there's some other things that we can focus on as a people, and that one perhaps is the virus is bringing the world to a standstill right now. So what that tells me is we're going way too fast and we need to slow down. And control you don't have anyway. Control is a myth. And then surrender was something important to me, and I think is totally misunderstood, in that surrender is to give over, not to give up. In a state of true surrender, what happens is you become really still and quiet. You have entered the heart, and the power of the universe is completely flowing through you. That gives you everything you need to do anything you ever need to do in your life. And so surrender is not giving up, it's giving over. Basically what it is I am getting out of my own way, which then allows us to do the work. Perhaps another way to think about that is that the heart is the director, the mind is a facilitator. When I am out of the way, my mind can facilitate the way it should, and my heart directs. When it is the other way around, I fall into big holes. Probably the rest of you would understand that. Anyway, so with the surrender piece, I always felt like it was important in this case to enter that place. And the other day, we had Molly in meditation come up with a couple of pictures. So she had a picture of the virus that she drew in meditation. So that's one picture. And then the second one, it turned to light. Well, the reality is that perhaps this is somehow an opportunity for the human race to really join hands. And this thing that I don't understand that I'm talking to is a great tool for this kind of option, because we can still all connect. And if we connect hand in hand and heart to heart, we can continually build a bigger circle and a bigger circle and a bigger circle. As the circle grows and the prayer goes and the meditation gets bigger, what happens is the virus actually turns to light and disappears. There's a perfect example in the water book where they took pictures of crystals, but the original thing that created and brought that about was an old Japanese shaman. They called to come down to a lake that was actually dying. And he did a ceremony and a prayer, and the lake became crystal clear, and the water was perfect. So that dumbfounded people, and they got studying, and that brought about that water book with the crystals. Well, in some way, perhaps we can begin to work towards that here. It's not to ignore what you need to do to take action for this. Like Nancy and I are hunkered down now. I guess it's comfortable. I got plenty to do, and it's okay. And so the world will just keep going. Perhaps when you look at fear, you got to realize that maybe there is some around. However, to keep in mind that state of surrender, the place where you can let go, to rise above the fear, to become strong. And the stronger we become, the lighter we become. And in those instances, you begin to transform the virus. And I think maybe...
I think it stopped. Okay, now you're on.
So anyway, and by the way, anybody with questions, Molly and Derek are writing them down. So we'll just keep it going. So anyway, let's think about surrender and what it means to you. And what would it take to completely let go of all you think, all you believe, to just completely let go and let the light rise. If we think about this a little bit, when you entered the seat of your soul, where whatever word you want to use for God or love is setting. There is no more power in the entire universe than there is right there. So that is the place where we are trying and working to enter. Perhaps the best thing is to keep it simple. And that through meditation, we would get closer and closer and closer. So if you'd like to join me, let's try a short meditation and see where we end up.
Teaching lodge?
And go from there. So if you don't mind, everybody close their eyes.
This is all new to me. And I just had
just follow your breath.
Teach us last night how to do this piece of it. But
breath
I don't know how to tell anybody else
and
to
the breath out.
On.
And as you follow the breath, with each breath you let go.
There ain't a button to push or something?
So the breath in is the gift of life to you. The breath out is your gift back to life.
I don't know.
And just continue to follow. Follow the breath.
You hang on. I can give you a phone number.
With each breath, let go.
He's really good at this stuff, and he said he'd be on there to help. He's in Boston. You hang on.
It's about letting go.
You give him a call, and maybe he can help you.
You continually let go. And as you let go, begin to set yourself free.
978-460-19.
Free means you're free to move about. Free to go.
Okay.
There's nothing holding you back. There's no time and there's no space.
Okay. Yep.
So as you let go, who's that? If you would, just step out on a trail with me and envision a path. This path is a little different than common. The pathway is all light. And as you step out, your feet are walking in light. And you just walk in that light path. That light path is walking through a big old medieval forest. Giant monarchs. And as you walk in that light, you become stronger and stronger and stronger. And so you just continually to walk that path. It's not about a time or a place or a destination. It's about walk that pathway. And just continue to walk along. And feel your footsteps. It may feel like you're walking in a cloud. It's so soft and bright. And actually warm. And as you walk that pathway, there in the distance, you see the light become even brighter. So you walk towards that light as it gets bigger and stronger. And as you enter that place, you see in the clearing, the light is brilliant. And in the center of the clearing, there's still that circle of elders from all places upon this earth. They're all clothed in light, as you yourself. So as we enter that circle, one by one, take up somebody's hand. So we're going to create a circle of people hand to hand. Time and distance mean nothing. And as you clasp a hand, it's not about trying to feel the hand or see it or do anything. It's to do it. You grasp that hand, one hand, so you're hand in hand, one on your left, one on your right, as the circle begins to grow. And we're just going to let the circle grow. And while it's growing, you place in your heart, in your mind's vision, that virus. You can just use the name, that's all you need. We need to know nothing, just the name. And as it enters, you completely embrace it in a total state of surrender. It's as if you are hugging the best friend you have ever known. And you continue that, and you don't let it go. It is not that you need to say a word, it's that you embrace it for all that it is. And slowly but surely, if we continually do this, we can make a big difference. That much I know. So I would like to leave whoever's with me tonight in that position, in that prayer space, embraced what is before us in love and kindness. And as we joined hands, we've joined hands as one people, one heart, in a state of unity. Unity is the Creator or God, whatever word you choose to use, united as one for the good of all. I'd like to thank you for joining me. And you can hold that meditation as you move about. And if you think about it during the day, then go there slowly. We have time now, for sure. There is no place that we're really going to go. So if you have any thought or questions or thoughts, I think Molly will get them and we'll try to answer them again. And then again, you might think about the control issue. There is no such thing as control at this point. That's for sure. And no one really knows what's coming. And so we're all on vacation. And I'm not really taking this as lightly as it sounds. However, it doesn't do me any good to get all excited either. And I guess I don't tend to be too excitable a person. So anyway, it's sure to me that we can beat this as a united people. And Grandma Twyla said it best. All for one and one for all, without exception. So thank you so much for this part and joining me here. If there are any questions or thoughts, I'll see them on the screen and we'll get a few. Else we can see if we can go another direction where I couldn't tell you at this moment. Aho, Togama.
You done?
I think so.
Did you say good night?
Huh?
Say good night. Bye. Say bye.
Yeah. Molly, being so you're out there, if you got any ideas, shoot them at me. I don't see him.
Grandpa is getting questions popping up on.
No. I don't see
They're
him.
popping up somewhere, but I don't know where to answer.
There's no questions popping up, guys. Our tool isn't cooperating.
We still have some more learning to do.
Yeah, we sure do. You're talking to a dinosaur.
Hello? Yeah. Raymond, question. How do you find peace in the panic from Autumn?
Okay, how do you find peace in the panic?
Autumn, hello? Are you still there?
I think that's an amazing question.
Hello? Hello?
In order to find peace in that much panic, the breath is perhaps one of the greatest tools we have. And if we do it, I think, well, I'll do it sitting down, because we can do it. If you start this way, and you breathe, the breath, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in on the way up. And breathe out. And breathe in. As you do that, it will take your mind away from the panic and empower you to stillness. The weird part of this, panic takes away your ability to actually find order.
She said there was questions coming up. We don't see any questions. We just see people's names that are joining on watching. Yeah, the thing, if you can give us another question, that helps him talk. Okay. So it looks okay. He's not quite scented because he keeps moving.
Will you move?
Yeah. I don't want to move the camera because I'm afraid it'll fall over.
I just moved. They said I wasn't in the center. That means I'm a little out of balance.
All right.
Don't worry about that.
Yep. All right. Bye.
There's no question coming.
They're coming somewhere, but we're not seeing them.
So maybe we should answer.
Maybe that's that white screen that drops down and I don't see it quick enough to read it.
I haven't seen it.
Well, I've seen it do it 2-3 times. So I saw Autumn, but I didn't quite. I saw Autumn, and she said that there was questions popping up for you to answer.
Okay. That's okay. We should close.
Okay, you're done.
Folks, for the moment, close until next Thursday because I don't see questions coming. And I know they're there, but there's nothing I can do. Well, hang on, the phone's ringing again.
Hello? 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 Yeah. It's who? Ellen, yeah, hi. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Ellen Gala, in what way is this virus a gift?
Oh, in what way is this virus a gift?
Straight, I
You
don't on the screen, so
Some of the hardest points of my life have been a gift, and I wouldn't have thought it at the time. But if you actually look at this virus, it is finally bringing the world to a standstill. It's slowing way down. If you think about that, you need to think about all of the tools that we've had and the tools we have now. And we all say, well, the world is going fast right now. Well, it is, but it was going fast in 1492 when they got off the boat with a double-bitted axe and a cross-cut saw. And it was going fast in Europe before that. Which really means we have a great opportunity right now to slow down, become comfortable with one another, basically sit down with your neighbors and have tea. I mean, right now maybe that's not quite the thing to do, but we can do that over this phone. That's why we joined hand in hand. So our opportunity here is in letting go. We need to let go of control. We need to let go of force. We need to let go of power. We need to let go of all our identities because none of them work. And so the opportunity before us is to embrace all that we have and take time every day. No matter who I talk to, no one has time. Everybody's busy. Why are we busy? There is no time and there is no space in every direction you go. So that virus is bringing us an opportunity to slow down and smell the roses. If you're communicating with a child, give them all of your attention. No matter who you're communicating with, give them all your attention while they're talking to you. And when they're talking, when it's the other way around, it's likewise. It's like we need to give people attention. Give people hugs from now on. It's time for the people to come together. people to come together in a grassroots place to take charge of life again, and rather than let it run your life. Right now, without space, without time, something's always running your life. To say it this way, the tools have taken over your life. Wouldn't you like it to be the other way around? We are in charge of our own life, but we have to take the time to do that. So this virus is setting us plunk down on our butt, giving us time. Time to think it over, time to take it in deep, and time to be honest with ourselves. Nobody's guilty, nobody's done anything wrong. That's not what it's about. It's about embracing it for the totality that it is, and love it. And as you do, we'll all grow. I hope.
Yeah, we got that one too, Molly. Oh, there's another one. Okay, what are you doing? I don't know how to do what's the best way to do this, because I gotta tell him. Okay. What? Okay. All right, well, give me a question so I give it to him now. Okay, let me give him that one. What are we doing to keep our immune system strong from autumn?
Wow. What are we doing to keep our immune system strong? At this point in time, well, we get plenty of fresh air, you're eating good food, and Nancy and I've been looking at making immune soup. That's meant to build the immune system and build it stronger, and do those kind of things. We can put together a recipe and actually publish it on Facebook. We could do that tomorrow, and then we could have a recipe, and if we need stuff, we'd have to find the means and send it all over.
Alright, so what do you do to discern the difference between fear and what your intuition is telling you? Let me give him this one though, Will. I can't write that fast, and he's sitting here with nothing to say, so hang on. Derek.
Derek?
Can you read my message?
What do you do to discern the difference between fear
and what your intuition is telling you?
Intuition is trying to tell you. I think that's an interesting question. Perhaps it's about looking at fear to see what it really is, and is it telling you something?
Oh, you can do that?
So something I used to struggle with was what I thought was fear. At the head of the rapids, I would get wicked butterflies. And one day I finally got tired of the butterflies because I figured I was afraid of something. Well, in essence, I was, but I wasn't recognizing what it was trying to tell me. So when I finally got tired of it, it's like you're dancing around the rock in a hot fire pit. Well, so I got tired of that, and I stopped, and I said, well, okay, I'm not afraid of the rapid, the crew, or anything like that. That doesn't mean a thing to me. I've been there too long. So I said, what's really the problem here? Then I got looking at the people, and I thought, oh,
Yeah,
It's the weak link in my chain.
All right, thank you.
So I looked at the people that day, and I realized that I had one person in that group that was never going to get down through that rapid. So I just said quietly, you know what, folks? We need to do a portage today because the water's a little too big and there's plenty of time to practice, and rapids are smaller on the way down. My butterflies went away. So I realized that in that essence, fear was telling me something that I didn't want to hear. And when I recognized it and listened to it, my butterflies will go away. So today, when I get butterflies or nervous, I go, look, see what's it telling you, Raymond? And you'll figure it out really quick. Oh. Oh, you gotta do rain? How are you gonna do all this? Maybe you could break the phone. Tell the people they can type in a question down in the comment box. Oh, Nancy said there's a comment box here somewhere, and you can type the question in the comment box, and we're supposed to see it. So wherever that is, don't ask me. But anyway, you can give it a whirl. We'll just sit here and wait and have tea. I ain't going anywhere. And I think Nancy's got to go give her horse something.
Yeah, but the phone keeps ringing.
Can you drag it out here?
Two?
Yeah, I was the one to see one that is. Molly, don't be shy about answering a question or two. Or three.
Oh.
We need to be sitting here together. Molly's my helper.
Oh, the cord ain't long enough.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Nothing in the comment box.
Okay, I'll do that. And if we get cut off, it's just that this phone does that. I don't know what's wrong with this phone, this house phone, but yeah. Okay, I'll tell him. Yep. Raymond. Rachel, question. Racism. Talk about racism, because there's an awful lot of people that are blaming the Asians and the people that headed over there.
Yeah. One of the girls asked about racism.
Rachel.
Nobody brought this virus from any place, and nobody is guilty. We need to stop. Color is pigment in your skin. We all came from the same source. We all came from the same God. We just use different names. We need to unite together in the entire world. In that circle we did in meditation, hand in hand, heart to heart, in loving kindness. That's the only way we will ever beat these things. It is time to quit the prejudice, the racism, and all the stuff. We are all equal. You need to think about this. We are not above the ant upon this earth. We are all equal, one and another. All the creatures, all the plants, the water and the ocean, and everything you see has God in it. How can you look down upon anything lesser than? It is not possible. So basically, love your neighbors as you would love yourself, and love the people in those foreign countries that you think are different. All they really would like to have is peace and quiet in their life.
Their health too.
Huh?
Their health too.
And their health. You have to finally realize, as a warrior, which I was, it is clear to me that they didn't want to be in this any worse than I did when I was in Vietnam. And it had nothing to do with hate. So it all needs to end. Thank you.
What did you say?
I have something that just occurred to me too. Speed and excuses and money. We can create all the excuses we want, and we can blame all the people we want. We are an intimate part of this problem, and we need to own it and get together. And money is nothing more than a basis of fair exchange, which is fair and equitable. Beyond that, it has no other ability, and it has no use. And if people are running on the banks, it isn't going to change a thing. Forget it. If you got any money, leave it in the bank. It ain't going anywhere. And if you're sitting home, you're not going to spend it. We'll be right there when this is over. Fear and panic have no conscience, and they run amok and cause great trouble. That's when a society falls apart. Let's not go there.
We've had 2 or 3 people call and give us the questions, so that's helpful. Okay, good. Yeah, right. Did you answer the question about what you was doing about the immune system?
I said we'd make some immune soup and put a recipe out.
Eucalyptus?
Huh?
Eucalyptus?
Oh.
Breakthrough seed extract?
Oh, yeah. Nancy reminded me when you said about the immune system. We're using grapefruit seed extract as a disinfectant, and if you need it to purify water, and the directions are in there, right on by the phone. And we use eucalyptus and tree oil. You can mix them together or use them separate. Put a dab on your finger and wipe it under your nose, and that helps kill viruses. And whatever you do, do not do that with grapefruit seed extract. It will burn your skin, and if you take 1 drop straight, it will take your tonsils out. So it's meant as a...
It's not there.
Mom can't find it, so we'll leave the directions on Facebook tomorrow so everybody can have it. I know he's out there with us, but
These are some of the names right there, but there's a lot of others that's gone by.
maybe we should close.
Mm.
Molly, I know we can't. Why don't we close for now, folks? And let's come back next Thursday, 7 p.m., the same way, and let's see if I can get a little better at this. And perhaps we can help begin to bring balance and peace right down deep inside. It's about being totally grounded and immovable like a great tree, unshakable. In the meantime,
Pray.
Huh?
Pray.
Yeah, in the meantime, Think about your prayer. Hand in hand, every one of us, steady all the time. United around the entire world. So maybe we should try to grow this and let it become huge and cover the entire globe. And remember, you are all deeply loved. Aho, Togama. So we're going to close for now. We'll see you next Thursday